Good evening, I'm David Kramer at the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. Starting off for the remainder of the day, we have several lows in the Bering Sea, extending down into another low that's moving into the Bering Sea from the North Pacific, moving in over the eastern Aleutian Islands. All of these are bringing rain to the Bering Sea and Aleutian Islands, and then pushing into the west coast as well, from the Alaska Peninsula up through the YK Delta area, into the Norton Sound, and eventually up into the Arctic coastline. Now, a southerly flow all along the west coast, we are seeing that fetch of moisture coming up from the North Pacific, bringing rain to all of these areas, starting to mix with fog as well as we get by the Norton Sound area and up further to the north, and a cold front moving in along the Arctic coastline, bringing more rain and fog to the Arctic coastline. Northern portions of the interior are also going to see showers, and then high pressure dominating south central and panhandle areas will keep them dry. For tonight, high pressure lingering out over the panhandle area, continuing to bring dry conditions to the area, but our frontal system pushing further into the Bering Sea and getting closer towards the southwest coastline, continuing to bring rain to the west coast of the state and starting to push into more central locations as well as we move throughout the nighttime period. Cook Inlet should see some fog, but otherwise south central should be fairly dry until we get west of the Alaska Range, and up along the Arctic coastline we'll see more rain and fog. On Thursday, that system out over the west coast starting to break down, but still bringing enough southerly flow to bring rain from the Bristol Bay area and Alaska Peninsula, up the west coast and portions of the western and central interior, then up through much of the Brooks Range and Arctic coastline. Seeing fog once again from the Seward Peninsula area along the Arctic coast. Still, most places in the eastern portion of the mainland should remain dry as high pressure continues to stay over the panhandle, and the panhandle should be dry as well. Out over the Bering Sea and Aleutian Islands, lingering rain showers, especially in eastern locations, are expected. On Friday, a new system will approach the western Aleutians from the North Pacific, bringing another round of rain to the area, extending in over the central Aleutians as well with that rain. And then our low pressure out over the west coast continuing to weaken, but is going to hang out over the west coast, bringing more rain throughout southern mainland, west coast, up through the Brooks Range and Arctic coastline, and locations as far east as the central interior. Eastern interior should stay fairly dry, and we'll start to see some showers moving back into the panhandle area on Friday as our high pressure has finally moved away. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm David Kramer.